Right. Hello, guys. Um, it's already 12:25 a.m. and I want to do this video recording, especially because of one of the questions that I got earlier. Okay, it's already a new day. Okay, the question I got yesterday, yesterday morning from one of the masterclass students. So the question was, how would she be able to when she's setting up her ad, how will she be able to create the part where people would see on the learn more for the ad, like the learn more button? All right. And then the second question was if she was designing a product and maybe there was a discount or there was a former price, how would she be able to, cancel, okay, this is the old price, but this is the new price, like a strike through. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen now. I'm going to answer the first question, which is, how do you create your call to action button? All right. First of all, what I want you to understand is this. The campaign that you're running or the objective you want to get out from a campaign will determine the kind of call to action to use, right? If, for example, you are running a lead generation campaign, and maybe you're using the instant form, for example, as your lead generation method on Facebook ads, on the ad manager, you might likely not want to use the Learn More button. The Learn More button might come much later when you're done with the design of the form, of the instant form inside the ad manager. At the last stage, because it usually has 4 stages when you're creating the instant form. At the last stage, where you're about to click on the submit, you might have an option where you click on Learn More button, and that Learn More button, you could put your WhatsApp link there, or you put the link to your website or to your funnel or to your landing page there, all right? So the objective that you're running, the objective you have when running an ad determines what you feel. So you could have learn more. If you're running a lead generation campaign, probably you're using the first method that I showed you guys in the webinar, which is just running ads directly to your WhatsApp. So you could have send the message now. All right. Most times when you use learn more, it's when you are probably selling a physical item or you're selling a digital item, and there's a whole lot you want to explain to them, and you have a landing page. Basically, you have a landing page, and more of the explanation and the benefits of the product or the service is clearly outlined on the landing page. You could use the learn more button for them to click and then get to see more benefits, more experience that they would get if they purchase your product. So without further ado, let me show you how you can actually do the call to action button. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. All right, so I'm sharing my screen right now. So first thing you want to do is you come over to your ads manager, or like I told you, you could just come over to Facebook, to your Facebook accounts. Okay, fine. So you come to your Facebook account and you, like I said in the training I did, you have 2 options for you to locate your ads manager. It's either you come to this menu button here, you tap on it, and you allow the drop down to come, and you see this point here under professional ads manager, or you just come to this very place and click on ad manager. Either of them works. So let me just use this and it will take us to the ads manager. This was supposed to be a live section that I was supposed to hold yesterday, but I came in pretty late and it was past the time I was supposed to hold a live section. So I already made a promise I was going to do a live section. So what I decided to do was just to do this video. Yeah, this is already 12:31 a.m. Okay, so fine. We are here now, and let's just pick one of this. All right. If, for example, you're creating a new campaign, you could choose create and you know that. Okay, fine. Let's just create a new campaign so that we take it from the starting. So we click on create. Let's assume we want to run a conversion objective, like we want to sell a physical product. Note that if you're selling a physical product, you want to make sales, the conversion objective that you're going to use is sales. All right. It is going to be sales or conversion. Under the new interface outlook, it is sales. Under the new interface outlook, you know, everything has been categorized into just 6 objectives. Just 6. It was compressed into 6 objectives. So you have your awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion, and sales. If you're using the old interface, what you would likely see is you come over here to find the objective and you click on this drop down button and you would see what you see is conversion. Yeah, this conversion. So you could either of the method works. So let's assume we're using this conversion. Click on it and then you click on continue. All right, so I'm not going to dwell more on all of this. Like, I'm not going to be taking you through all the stages like I did in the webinar, because in the webinar, I really broke down every single stage of building a creating an ad, like every single stage. So I'm not going to be doing that. We're just going to be going straight to the point where we have our call to action. All right. So still loading. Something I want to quickly check. Okay, fine. So now, like we said, we're doing a conversion objective. So we're driving the sales or we're leading them to a website, right? So it's going to be on website here. Another thing you should also note is you can't run a conversion objective if you've not installed, number one, Pixel on your website. You must install Pixel on your website. Pixel, in the videos I sent to you guys, you would understand the meaning of Pixel. It's just a simple snippet code that you put on your website to track events on your website, right? So once is a code, and Facebook gives you the Facebook gives you the code that you should use. You can install on your website. So it is a tracking code that links Facebook to your website. So once you install this code that Facebook will give you on your website, anybody, if you're running ads on your website, anybody that comes through your website, comes through Facebook and lands on your website will be tracked by Facebook. So you could have an accurate number of page viewers, people who visited your website. And then if you now optimize for an event on your website, you will be able to track that event you optimize. Let's say, for example, you want to make sales on your website, and maybe on your website, you have your call to action button, which is buy now, right? And you want a situation whereby once someone clicks on that buy now, it will trigger as maybe purchase or initiate checkout or add to cart, right? Whatever you want that thing to count for is what you would optimize on that page. So on that particular button, you would say, I want this button. Each time that someone clicks on this button, let it record for me as one initiate checkout. Let it record for me as one add to cart checkout or purchase events. So once someone clicks on that button, it will trigger that pixel and it will mark for you or count for you as that event that you are actually optimizing for. But you know you're not going to be able to do this if you don't install your pixel first, because so that is, you need to install your pixel first. Okay, so that said, we've known that we're using websites here. So now we'll go properly to the ad section of the ad. This is where we're going to really be using the call to action button that we really want to talk about. Okay, so you just simply scroll down to the points. This is the point, call to action. Call to action. So under this call to action, you have, if you click on this drop down, you have several call to action you could choose. That is why I told you that the campaign that you're choosing and the motive you want to achieve from the campaign you're running would determine the kind of call to action for you to use. So look at the examples of call to action here. You have contact us, you have download. For example, you're giving a free ebook to people. Maybe you want to build your list and you want them to download a free ebook. But before they do that, they'll be able to put in their email and phone number, and they will be able to download the ebook. So on your ad copy, if you've talked about the ebook and all that, now they know that what they want to do is basically to download the ebook. So you could just choose this download as your call to action. So what they'll be seeing on your ad is download. So they know that they are actually downloading an ebook. So you have get offer, you can have get quote, get show times, listen now. For example, if you're actually advertising a podcast or you're advertising an audio training, you could use listen now. If you're directly selling a product, like you've possibly in every ramification, state out everything that they need to know on your ad copy, and maybe you're not really using a website or something, you could use a call to action, which is order now, right? Order now. So you could use that call to action. You could also use play game, request time, see menu. See menu, you can use see menu if you are into the fast food, restaurant, kitchen. Maybe you want them to see what you're selling at the moment, what's available. Your call to action could be see menu. You also have shop now, sign up, subscribe. So many call to action, depends on what you're doing. So this is where you get to click the learn more button. When you click on this learn more button here, you also need to know that you need to put your website. So you scroll down under destination, you come under website URL. This is where you get to put your website, because once they click on that learn now, it should direct them, it should take them to a particular website. And this is where you get to put your website URL. So once you put your website URL here, you are good to go. So the learn more button is connecting to the website URL. So once they click on it, when they see your ad, it takes them to your website. I hope that answered this question. So I'm going to go to the second question, which you asked, talking to Veronica specifically. The second question is, for example, you want to run, you're selling a product, and maybe you want to show them, you want to tell them that, okay, this product was formerly sold for 50,000 naira, but now there's a promo and currently it's going for 25,000 naira. So you want to strike off the 50,000 naira, make it look like it's an old price, and then create the new one as the new price. And the new one is not going to be having a strike through, like a cancelled stuff on it. Now, I want to say this. If you're using the free plugin, the free software that I showed you to design a funnel, which is System unless I don't know, but at the time of this recording, I don't think there is any way you could use that strike through, like the old price, striking it through and showing you the new price. The only way you can use that is if you're using a WordPress website, you've gotten a domain name, you've hosted it, and you're using a WordPress website. That's the only way you can actually use this feature I'm about to show you. So I'm going to be showing you from my WordPress dashboard. I'm going to go over to a site I've already designed. I'm just going to do that simple example on that particular site. But if you're using system.io, as at the time of recording this video, it is not possible as much that I know. All right. So I'm going to go over to my dashboard right now. This is my back end dashboard. So let's assume here, scrolling down, trying to scroll down to okay. Try and scroll down to a point where we could use this. Okay, let me just try and show you from from scratch. So here now, before I'm going to be able to do this, I'm going to insert. We have sections for each of the stuff. We have sections for each. So this is a section, right? This is a section here, and this is also another section. Now I want to add something like I want to add a section inside this section, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to pick this an element. Sorry, I want to add this text element into this section. Fine. So let's just say I'm just going to be giving a rough example. I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm going to give the best example that I can give you. It's going to be pretty straightforward for you to be able to do this with. So let's just say old price. You know how you want to design your funnel. Old price, or let's not even use old price. You could just say they would actually know by the way you wrote it out. So let's say 50,000 naira. So you want to strike through this 50,000 naira. So we're going to leave it at this. So what we're doing is let's centralize this. I'm not going to change the color, start making it all pretty and all that. Now we're going to create another test inside these elements and put it here, right? And this time around, we're going to make this one to be the current price, which is 25,000 naira, for example. And then we're going to centralize it. Good. So this one is the old one. So what you simply do is you come under here, typography. You click on typography. You scroll down. When you scroll down, you get to this point where you see decoration. Under decoration, it is on default. So remove it on default and click on line through. So under decoration, you remove it from default. Remember how I said it. So if there's any point you're not really clear, pause the video and watch it again. Go to decoration. Under typography, decoration default, click on line through. As soon as you click on line through, it cancels the old price. It is showing you you're canceling this old price and you're leaving this one. So you're basically telling them that it was formerly 50K, but not 50K. As at this time, you're running, oh, my battery is low. As at this time, you're running this promo, it's 25K. So that's pretty how you should do that. And remember, when you're doing this, you need to update your work. All right. So that's pretty much it. I'm sure I'm able to answer your question. As at the time you might be watching this video, it might be tomorrow morning. I'm sure you're going to be asleep right now. I'm going to drop it in the general group though. All right. Cheers. I'm going to stop recording. If you have any question, you also let me know.